Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading for the mutable air sign of Gemini. So you can see here with this card right here that says Gemini with the constellation symbol right here. I know in my Taurus video that I just posted, I did not remember the word that this has got, but constellation, it finally came to me. So the constellation for Gemini, and the question up here that may resonate with you or it may not, it says, what if judgment is just unfulfilled potential being mirrored back at me? Now that's the energy of Gemini, the sign of the twins of the Zodiac and the mutable air sign. When it comes to this sign, there's none I really relate to more than just the ones that trust their minds more than everybody else. Like, you're confident and in control of your mind, and it leads you to finding success. And I feel like that confidence is like very strong within the sign of Gemini. Before we get to the actual reading, though, I'd like to look at the astrological correspondences of the sign of Gemini, which is right here. And in case you want to add this deck to your collection, because it's very unique and interesting, it's the only one of its kind that I have seen, with the constellation right here in the question. And it comes with a really cool guidebook, too, that has like different stories and collaborations with people around the tarot community. It's called These Stories Oracle, and it's from Shop the 8th House. And I have checked, and it's still available in their store. So I'll leave that link for that deck down in the description. And let's get to the astrological correspondences, shall we? The Lovers is the major arcana card connected to Gemini. And I went through all my decks because it's really important to me that I like seeing the Lovers as a card of self-love as much as it is love for somebody else. This card comes from the Tarot de Marseille, which is like the first tarot deck ever created, and I believe the first one found was in the 14th century. So very old deck. This one obviously is not that old. I think I paid $8 for it at a bookstore, but it shows a really cool illustration. That's why I chose to use it to consider for the Gemini. And the angel down up here is very clearly trying to spread the loving arrow to the characters, but they all seem a little bit depressed. And a lot of times when we don't love ourselves enough, Gemini or otherwise, we are more depressed. And having that confidence and that trust in our minds, makes us love ourselves. And when we love ourselves, we find more to love elsewhere too. RuPaul says my favorite quote of all time in every single one of the Drag Race shows: if you can't love yourself, how the hell do you expect to love somebody else? And nothing is more true to me than that. Love yourself first and then look for love elsewhere, because there's no better connection than you can have than the one that you have with yourself. So that's the Lovers, the tarot card most astrologically connected to the major arcana card, astrologically connected to Gemini. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which represents the first two deacons. About May 19th, May 20th, May 21st, it changes every year. That's the first two deacons, the representative of the first two deacons, facing the chaos with confidence. We did see that same card, well, not the same illustration, but that same energy with the Taurus video, because the Knight of Swords also represents that energy as well. The final deacon about May 10th through May 20th. This is May 20th to about June 10th. And then the Queen of Cups, who rules the first two deacons of Cancer, also rules the last deacon of Gemini. So about June 11th, to June 20th is the Queen of Cups, in this case, Queen of Emotions reign. So you have facing the chaos with confidence and still having compassion and empathy, not just for others, but for yourself as well, which comes back to the Lovers here of having self-love as much as you have love for somebody else. The minor arcana cards related to Gemini follow the three different deacons. Every single sign of the Zodiac has 30 degrees in the chart. So the first one, about May 20th to May 31st, is the Eight of Swords. This card comes from the Shadow of Oz Tarot, which is the Wizard of Oz tarot deck, and shows Princess Ozma trapped in among like golden swords, blindfolded, imprisoned by likely her own minds, because this is the suit of the mind. That's the sword suit. In this illustration, though, technically she's been kidnapped by somebody that wants to take all the magic for themselves. But if you didn't know that story, then this illustration definitely suggests, at least it suggests to me, material goods and all that glitters is gold, that kind of thing, being imprisoned by those thoughts. And then the Nine of Swords, 8, 9, 10, the 8s, 9s, and 10s of these suits relate to the mutable energy related to their element. So 8, 9, and 10 of swords are the cards astrologically connected to Gemini, and while I did say they trust their minds more than any other sign that I feel, there's also likely that chance that their minds keep them up at night and cause them to fear things and have anxiety. And that's this card right here is waking up at night and having all these fears about what may happen, what might occur, and the card of anxiety keeping you awake and inner demons and stuff like that. So that's the astrological connection to Gemini from about June 1st to June 10th or June 11th. And then we have the 10 of Swords, which I call the Lay Down and Died card. And you can tell from the illustration that this little character right here from Mystical Medleys is definitely ready to give up. He's got all these swords in his back, the sky is gray, and it seems that he's just down to his last penny, last few coins, and is just ready to give up, throw in the towel, and just not continue. But you can see his peace sign right here as showing he's not ready to give up. And the sky here in the background shows yellow, which is creativity, or the color related to creativity. So all is not lost. 10 is a number of endings as well as the beginnings. So this 10 of Swords suggests your mind has gotten the best of you, but don't give up, don't fear. You can begin again. So just stay calm, stay collected, stay peaceful within, and a new beginning will come where you can take those swords out of your back and continue. So that's a look at the astrological connection to Gemini, and I'll go ahead and leave that one there, and we'll get to the reading, okay? Okay, on to the reading. The deck we will be using for your reading, Gemini, is the Tarot in Wonderland deck. I did not choose this deck. The pendulum I chose did. It swung around quite often and just said yes to this deck, so I hope you enjoy its message. We will shuffle it like I've been shuffling in all my videos, which doesn't really count as shuffling, counts as laying down 3 cards. So, but it definitely gives you the time to really connect with the deck and, let it know what you are asking about. We're not asking anything specific. This is just a general reading for the sign of Gemini. Whatever you want to share, Tarot in Wonderland, is what we ask to hear, and we thank you very much for doing so. What I really like about this deck, and I know this is probably not the best thing about a deck, you can tell Alice is upright, the white rabbit is reversed. And it's not that I don't know how to read reversals, it's that I don't want to, and I choose not to, at least I try not to, because I feel like reversals are a block of one's mind. And this is about Gemini. So the Zodiac sign most connected with their minds. So a lot of times I'm guessing that your mind can work against you and fill you with doubt. So I don't want to read the cards as reversed because you have the power to change your mindset and be confident in yourself. So being able, when the cards are reversed like that, then it seems more negative than it needs to be. But as doing this, I can see that Alice is always upright. So this deck doesn't seem to want to share any negativity with you. So that's a positive right there. And again, we thank you for whatever you want to share. You can see the energy around the cards right now is of Gemini. I forgot to do the crystals, so when I have this done, I will do it. Crystals surrounding this, which you can't really see them. You can see this guy over here, highlight. But the energy of the crystals connect with the energy of Gemini. So that's what we are aiming for. A reading just for you. Shuffling like this. Get them a little bit more organized than that. And then before I draw the 3 cards that we'll use, I'll show you the crystals that relate to Gemini. Chrysocolla. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing any of these incorrectly. I do that quite often. Agate, as my husband tells me it's called. I prefer agate, but there it is nonetheless. Blue apatite. Teeny tiny piece of tiger's eye because I really love this little piece and how much it shines and sheens. Serpentine. Aquamarine. Clear quartz. And the halite we met a moment ago. Now we'll fan out the deck like such and pick the 3 cards that most call to us and plus the bottom of the deck and see what the Tarot in Wonderland has to share with you today, Gemini. That one made that one come out. This one. And this one. The Queen of Wands greets us from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Fool, the Tower, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, very interesting reading for you, Gemini. And I did say I don't like negativity that much or anything, but the Tower has greeted you from as the second card to come up, so there might be a little bit of negativity here, but you will be okay, I promise. The Fool is the card of beginnings. Considered the cosmic egg of the tarot, the Fool begins the major arcana. Here we see Alice along with her cat Dinah, I believe that's the name, ready to leap into this hole, likely following the White Rabbit after he surprised her and gave her something to be interested in and follow. So being a fool for what you love. That's what I feel this card is here to show you, Gemini. If there's something you want to begin, then go for it. Be a fool for what you love, follow your heart, and make sure you put in the time and effort to think everything through before you take that leap, or you might end up being foolish. But the Fool's a very positive card to go after your dreams and be a fool for what you love. So let that inner fool out to play. If you have a really cool idea, trust yourself. You've got this awesome mind and you can do anything you set that mind to. So be a fool, go after your dreams, and leap into the next chapter, like just having fun and excited. Now, there is a good chance if you leap into something new, like really follow your heart and your passion to something new, something else will likely come to an end. And that might be what this Tower is suggesting here. Like you can tell, like Alice is jumping down the hole and then followed by the Tower, and everything is seeming to collapse around her. So a lot of times when we begin something new, that means something that no longer serves us has to come to an end, and that might be the collapse of the Tower. So that's not exactly, like, it's actually considered the most negative card of the tarot, but in order to begin new things, things that don't serve us anymore, things that no longer interest us, need to be left behind. So this collapse of the Tower following the Fool seems to suggest that this new path that you might be beginning might have you leaving something else behind. But the opportunities that arise for you with the Seven of Cups shows that there's more to be enjoyed, more emotionally satisfying things awaiting you when you take that initial leap with the Fool. Let what no longer serves you be left behind and be excited for all the new opportunities that come to you. There is a message of caution with the Seven of Cups, though, as some of these ideas might not be tangible, like might not be reality, and they might be too good to be true. So you have all these different illustrations with all the cups with different things in them, and some of those might be real, some of them might not be. But like I said with the Fool, pay attention to the details, think everything through, and then take that initial leap. Whatever is coming to an end, most likely, like the Tower is out of your control. It's things that happen that just we have no control over, but they are meant to come to an end. And when something comes to an end, that doesn't mean it's the end of your story. It simply means that you're beginning another chapter. So let that Tower collapse. Be a fool for what you love, and see all the different choices available to you while you think everything through in order to achieve your goals. The Queen of Wands appearing at the bottom of the deck, I feel, is a message that you are in control. You are the natural leader that you need to be, and let that inner passion, that inner fire, lead you to creating a life you truly love. That means letting the Tower of Doubt collapse so you can leave it behind and find the confidence you need to jump into the next chapter, being a fool for what you love and appreciating all the new opportunities that await you. The Queen of Wands, I feel, is the most creative queen of the court. She's astrologically connected to the sign of Aries, the leader of the Zodiac, so it's letting that inner fire lead your way to creating the life that you truly love. So whatever your inner fool is asking you to begin, Gemini, believe you can do it. Trust yourself and your mind to lead you to what you want to achieve. Of course, with the Seven of Cups, that relates to emotional happiness and fulfillment, so don't forget to let it be something that you really love and enjoy as well. And let what no longer serves you come to an end. Like, the Towers can be a very scary card, like fear it, oh no, this is not okay, I'm terrified it's ending, but this ending could be the silver lining you need to really begin this new path and find the confidence you need to really lead in life doing what you love and what you're passionate about. There's no better time than the present, I feel, to really go after your dreams and make them happen. So, the Fool appearing for you today, Gemini, I feel like that's a strong message to just go for it. Let what no longer serves you be left behind and be excited about all the choices that await you. You are the natural leader. Let that inner passion lead your way and be a fool for what you love. That's just a short general reading for you, Gemini. If you want something more specific and more personalized, then don't hesitate. Feel free to message me. Send me a message on either of my social media sites. You can comment on this reading as well, and I'll connect with you that way. Or you can book a reading straight from my website. But I truly hope what we've seen here resonated with you. It may or may not, but never forget that you are in control and you can lead yourself to creating anything that you desire. So be a fool for what you love what you do, and create a life that you love. I truly hope that you enjoyed this reading, and thank you for watching.